Alright, well now we are definitely rewarded for staying in Rakdos, because we get a Dreadbore, which is an awesome removal spell. So if we happen to play against that Jace deck, we won't have as many problems as other decks would have. We're also passing an Augur Spree, which is pretty unfortunate, but obviously Dreadbore is just like strictly better for what we're trying to do. You know, unless we had like a Catacomb Slug and we wanted to go beat down, this would be better, but no, it's Dreadbore for sure. Oh, we get an Augur Spree anyway. Certainly better than Launch Party. Also a Chainwalker, however. And an Guildgate. Well, I don't want to let two Augur Sprees go by. I just hate myself forever, so yeah, I think I'll just go with the removal and hope Chainwalker or something comes back. Hello, Hellhole Flailer. You are definitely what I want in this deck. Better than Grim Roustabout, even though not quite on the curve we're looking for. But yeah, this guy's like pretty much a rare in Rakdos. He is insane. Another Augur Spree, huh? Well, this is about what I expected. Rakdos is extremely open in this direction. Could also take a Guildgate and another Goblin Rally, even with a Rage Mutt, which is somewhat aggressive but not quite what we want. Yeah, but our removal's going to be pretty good. We just want to get some more 2-drops and I'll be happy. Well, Slitherhead is meh. Guildgate, but it's a little late to move into green now, so I'll just take a Deviantly. And we have a Tenement Crasher or Inspiration or Perilous Shadow. I'll take the Perilous Shadow. I'm going to start hiding blue cards now. That puts us at 24. Probably going to hide the Minotaur Aggressor too. And let's see what our Power Convergence count is looking like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And Staticaster is iffy. That's decent. I might keep it in, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens in the next couple of packs before I decide. Alright, well, Izzet Charm's pretty sweet. I mean, I don't know what our what we're going to look like for mana, but it does look like Power Convergence is going to be somewhat playable in this deck, so I'm just going to try to pick up some nice Grixis and, or rather Rakdos and Izzet multicolored spells and try to figure out the mana in a bit here. Hopefully I get past an Izzet Guildgate or something, because I neglected to take the last few that came by. Another Pursuit of Flight, but how many 3-drop creatures do we have? Only 3? Yeah, Sewer Chandler's pretty cool. Running a little low on creatures now. Oh man. You know, I like Splatterthug. I don't know. I do like Splatterthug better than Grim Roustabout, so for that reason alone I'm going to take it, but I would like to see like the Chainwalker come back or something, but it doesn't look likely at this point. If we're lucky, we're like the only Rakdos deck at the table, but oh, thank God. Did not think that would table, but you know, people don't realize just how good they are. So currently we're sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards that feed Power Convergence, which is pretty nice. Another Dynacharge is welcome. So, slightly less aggressive than I thought, but we still have a decent early game. I think I'm going to hide the Pursuit of Flight. Oh, Goblin Rally came back. Double Goblin Rally, double Dynacharge. Sweet. So yeah, we're more mid-range, so I'm going to hide some of these cards here. The low drops that we're not going to need. Let's take Cremate. Good against Golgari. Look how trained that cat is. He is just so obedient. Alright, so we need to cut 2 cards still. I don't want to cut the Izzet cards because, you know, they're very good. And they all feed Power Convergence, so let's just see what happens. I'll go ahead and pause this and come back when I have it all laid out. Alright, so this is what we have at the moment. It says 14 creatures, but again, the 2 Goblin Rallies bumps that up to 16. And Power Convergence is actually looking a little bit better than I thought. It actually fits pretty nicely into the deck without like requiring all of our efforts to make it work. Like, we just have some very good options to cast to feed it. This is going to be more of a Rakdos mid-range / control-ish deck. So let's see what we want to take out here. Probably Deviant Glee. And then 2 more. I don't really want to cut creatures, but might have to happen. Possibly the Perilous Shadows. They don't do a whole lot. You know, actually I'm going to keep them in. I'm just worried that we're not going to have enough creatures to actually make this aggro strategy work. I'm going to try to cut multicolored cards, or rather monocolored cards if I can. I'll cut the Racketeer. It seems iffy, because we already have Thought Flare and Is That Charm for card value if we want. Yeah, and it just doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, the body doesn't justify what it does in an aggressive shell. So we need to cut 1 more. I don't want to cut any more creatures. So maybe 1 Dynacharge. I might be completely wrong on Pyro Convergence, but if I was going to play it in any deck, it would be this one. So we still have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards that feed it. 12 actually, because of Thought Flare. So I might cut. I really like all these cards. Maybe Sewer Shambler and just bring it in against decks that run swamps. Let's take a look at the color, see if that makes my decision easier. Let's move these over here. So, yeah, the only cards that don't require red are these. We're going to be pretty heavy on red, Light Splash of blue, and I'm a little bit worried about these Perilous Shadows still. I'm not totally sure if we want them. Maybe I'll bring back the Sewer Shambler and take out one of those. That's probably better. Lowers our curve a little bit, it's less mana intensive, and we don't need as much black. Let's bring in the Guildgate. Double Dynacharge with only 14 creatures. You know, it should be alright. Let's see what they suggest. Oops, I'm not done. Need to suggest. 952. Only 5 sources of black. Doesn't quite seem right. If I run 8 Mountain, do I need double red? I need double red for Annihilating Fire, and Blood Fray Giant, and double Goblin Rally. It's gonna be kind of tough. Maybe I take out both the Perilous Shadows for Racketeer, but then our 3-drop spot is too clogged up. I don't think that's correct. Let's see what this does. This gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sources of red, 3 sources of blue, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources of black. I think I'm going to cut 1 mountain for a swamp, and yeah, I'll call that a day. Yep, so we'll see how this deck performs. I'll come back in round 1 in just a sec.